today, Gunnar Ottosson and I are at the beautiful Mount Vernon, George Washington's home, and we're going to speak a little bit about his wonderful linseed oil paint. Gunnar, welcome. Welcome
Thank
to
you.
America.
So, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be sitting here with you as well. Nice.
I feel the love, and I want to just share a few details about your paint and your journey. And the first one was kind of how did you get where you are today? Why did you start to make linseed oil paint?
Yes, I was studying in an art school, and so I have a teacher there. He was very interested in making his own paints, like the old masters, he said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I was there in a lesson, and suddenly happened something in my head. This was, I could very related to this grinding, the pigment, the oil, and suddenly the method. And I started to do the paint for myself, for my paintings in the art school, yeah. So this was the idea from the beginning, and then I graduate, I have exhibition and so on. Then I met a craftsman who want country. Maybe you can make the linseed oil for houses as well. Well, I have no experience, but I can try to find out.
Amazing.
So I looked for the elder painters. They were 90 years old or more. So can I make an interview? I'm interested in the linseed oil paint, and they shared the experience. I make notes, and at the same time in Sweden we have the Swedish Heritage make a recipe compendium from this, because we thought everything should be history, not active any longer. So, and then I bought this. So I start to make paint for the craftsmen. So that's how it started. And then the phone also started to ring. They had mouse. Yeah, yes. Can I have some more? What is this? I remember in the old days, I can feel the smell, and it make me remember my grandma, etc.
Nostalgia.
Yeah,
For this
nostalgia was the
paint.
first. Yeah, and then I'm an aesthetic, so it's the linseed oil paint looks in another way than synthetic paints, So it happened that people can go and see a house and knock the door. Oh, it's a nice house. Which paint have you used for this?
Tell me more,
tell me more. But they saw there was something different with this paint. Yeah. So and then it started growing.
Yeah. So what do you feel is sort of the philosophy behind Ottosson? It's not, to me anyway, as somebody who has grown up with linseed oil paint, it's not just a paint, Do you feel like there's a specific sort of philosophy at your company with your paint?
Yes. So in the 90s, they speak about environment, of course. And this was also interest me a lot, because we destroyed the earth with bad paints a lot. So of course, then I was in the middle there. I know the flax is growing locally in the south of Sweden, and the pigments, it's from the earth, etc. So it's minerals. So we just make something beautiful, and then it doesn't destroy things. The pollution is very, very low. And so this is starting to grow and more, and I started to, how do I make energy for the machines? Shall I? Yes, I make it myself. I bought a windmill, and this creates a kind of philosophy that we try to live from. Yeah.
Yes, not just the product, but
not the product, is
the location, the factory, the
the circle of life. you
Yeah.
can say.
Yeah, the circle of life.
Yeah.
And what do you think is the most important aspect? You know, there are different linseed oil paint formulations or brands out there. What do you feel personally is the most important factor when it comes to the paint itself? Like, is there something that you could never compromise on? The quality of the pigments? Is it, to me, the linseed oil aspect, the quality of the linseed oil is really important to the paint. What do you feel personally
Okay.
for your paint
Yes.
is paramount?
Yeah. When you start as a small producer, you have to choose the best. I can't sell for volume. I can't, I did start to earn the money. It was interest, but it has become profitable, and people said, "Oh, it will not work," and this triggers me. So I like that. So
Yeah.
I start working harder.
They doubt you.
They doubt me,
you,
yes,
and
and then I know we have a very good climate for the excellent flax and linseed oil. So we have the raw material, and then I was an artist. You shouldn't make fake paint. It was not in my mind.
Is there anything that you would advise those young people who are becoming more and more interested in materials and in materials like linseed oil paint?
Advice, yes. Don't rush. It's not a work, really. It's a pleasure. You can think in different ways. It's hard work, yes. It could be hard work, but it's also pleasure. And yes, you feel how easy it is to paint with. It's not difficult. It's not complicated, and it smells good. It's not a problem with your health when you use it. So it's yes. So this is, and it's calm. I think it comes more and more interest in the young generation about this. The
process.
Yeah, the process, and knowing that you use a quality product, it's not harmful for the environment, and these kind of things. It's coming more and more with the younger generation. So don't be afraid. Just test.
Gain skill.
Yeah, and learn, of course.
Yeah.
It's important to learn. Well, then you are stuck. You never go back.
Right. I agree. I think once you realize what your options are, it is a sort of a shift in your mindset, and you realize, oh, what was I doing before?
Yeah.
Gunnar, it was so wonderful to have you here. It was a real
Thank
pleasure to speak about the beautiful paint you're making, and we look forward to seeing more and more Ottosson Linseed Oil Paint on American buildings.
Happy to hear. Thank you.
Good. If you have any additional questions, feel free to leave a comment below, and you can look and find Ottosson Linseed Oil Paint at our website, earth+flax.com.